Good evening, everyone. Time is fast when we are late. Time is slow when we have to wait. Time is short when we are happy. Time is deadly when we are sad. And time is endless when we are in pain. Good evening, everyone. This is Monica Sodi, your transformational coach. Thank you for joining New Heights with me again. Today we are going to walk through managing our time. We manage our time so that we manage our life. Time is all we have, folks. People often worry about the money they have in the banks, but at least they know how much money they have and how much money they want more and how much time or what strategies they should have to earn more money. But we do not know how much time we have. Time is running out and it is something which cannot be replenished. Therefore, we end up saying, time has just flied off. I am always running against the time. Tony Robbins has made us wiser on this aspect. And he said, and he remarked, that most people fail because they major in minors. Each day, our account receives $86,400. And folks, where are we spending these dollars? We have to spend it in 24 hours. And this cannot be carried forward. So are we mindful of where we are spending? How much time are we spending on our mobiles? How much time are we spending on our social networking? How much time are we spending on reading, on listening to music? And how much time are we spending on our development? Once upon a time, a dear friend of a king asked him, "Do you know, why is it that when I go for an interview, I never land up with an offer? People never accept me. They don't give me a job." The king looked up and measured him. And he said, "Okay, I will keep a bag full of gold and pearls for you. The condition is that you must reach my treasury before the sunset." The dear friend was delighted. He went back running to his wife and he discussed the entire conversation which he had with the king. And his wife said, "Time is gold. Immediately rush to the palace and get that back." The gentleman said, "I'm extremely hungry. I think I must have some food before I go to the palace." So he sat down, his wife cooked for the food, and finally he marched towards the treasury. It was a warm day. He felt thirsty. He sat down under the tree to have some water. And he thought, what a good day he has had. He must really enjoy himself. And thinking of this, he said, "Let me take a nap for a few minutes." And he slept for 2 hours. Post that, he started marching again towards the palace. And when he reached the palace, the gates of the treasury were closed. Folks, when an opportunity knocks us and we do not value the time, the gates are closed. He gives us a lot of opportunities, but it is for us to grab that opportunity, to optimize that opportunity. And the essence lies in understanding, in appreciating the value of a time. Ask a student who has failed a grade a value of the year. Ask a mother who has delivered a premature baby a value of a month. Ask an editor of a weekly magazine a value of a week. Ask a daily wager who has to feed his kids a value of a day. Ask a student who's waiting for the final exam results to be announced. Ask someone who has missed the train a value of a minute. Ask someone who has just averted an accident by a fraction of a second the value of a second. Ask an Olympian who has received a silver medal the value of a milestone. Do not allow time to fly, but fly with the time. Here are a few hacks that I'm going to share with you, which will help you to manage your time, and you would fly with the time. You would master your time rather than the time mastering you. Number one, let's talk of an NLP technique. We have a concept called downtime and uptime. Now, in downtime is a time when we are a little relaxed and we are thinking of the goals, and we are making schedules, weekly schedules, to-do list. And uptime is a time when one is in the activity mode, when one is running for goals, one is meeting the weekly targets, the daily targets. Therefore, we always advise that it is important to take downtime each day so that we plan our daily, monthly and weekly activities. Number two, time tracker. Track your activities for a week. By doing this, you will understand the pattern of the activities which are really not required, and on those activities you are overspending your time. For example, you're overspending your time on social media or on mobile or anything else. So you'll be able to plug that leakage by identifying that. Third, plan your calendar. The more you plan, the more organized you become. The only precaution which you must take is that it should not be absolutely full. It should not be overloaded. Keep some slot for some emergencies, which can happen, unforced circumstances or unforced incident, which can happen, and you have your time, and your calendar does not get, it doesn't get juggled if you spend time on that. Fourth, identify your learning patterns, learning styles. For example, some of us learn better if we see a movie. Some of us learn better by hearing. So some of us are visual, some of us are auditory, some of us are kinesthetic. So understand your learning style by doing so. Now, fourth is identify your learning styles. Now, all of us learn. We have a unique way of learning. Some of us learn more by looking at pictures, by looking at videos, and some of us learn better through the audios. So we can say that some of us are visual, some of us are auditory, and some of us are kinesthetic. So identify what your learning style is, and try and learn in that particular style. If you do this, not only the learning will be easier and faster, but it will be more ingrained in your memory. And fifth is attach significance to the task. Little difficult to understand. Attach significance to the task, which means sometimes we say, oh, this task, this is worthwhile, but the only thing is that it's going to take so much of time. So if a task is going to take couple of hours or even days or months, and if it produces a result which is 3x, it is not a waste of time. Rather, it saves the time. For example, an HR person devotes a lot of time to learn on the HRIS tools, but the time and effort produces more than 3x results, because ultimately it saves so much of time, saves so much of energy. The accessibility and the reachability of the information is so great that it is really worth the time which one spends on it. Therefore, manage your time to manage your life, because your life is your message. I hope, folks, you enjoyed walking with me through this video. Thank you again for joining New Heights with me. I'll be coming up with my masterclass. Those of you who are interested, please join. Also, I'll be seeing you again next Wednesday, same time. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye and have a good night.